Have you ever wondered what you're actually worth? Well, today's chat is about getting you to understand in detail what your value is, what you're worth per hour. It's a very, very interesting exercise, and it's something you should know at any given time. My name is Ryan Thompson, performance coach, helping agents reach their full potential and live extraordinary lives. So let's have a look. So what is your worth? Well, it all starts with your goal, because you're only worth what your goal is. What you've already achieved last year, that was what you were worth last year. If you want to work out what you need to allocate your time to today or this year, you need to work out what you would like to write. So I've used a goal here of $450,000 in GCI. Of course, GCI is gross commission into the office, excluding GST, and that's the gross commission that's divided between you and, I suppose, your principal or the brand or the business. So your goal is $450,000, and you want to write that. So what you need to do is you need to be acting like a $450,000 writer in the first day of that year if you want to write 450. Otherwise, if you don't, you're not going to get there. So that's the first understanding. But 450, and it can be any goal. It can be $1 million, it can be 1.5, it can be 200, it can be 150. That's your decision, but I've used 450 as a gross goal. Now, very simply, I use 2,500 hours in an average real estate agent's working week. So just to give you a bit of an idea, most working years is about 2,000 hours. So it comes to about 42 to 45 hours or thereabouts per week. Obviously, as real estate agents, we need to realize that in order to be high performers, we need to work longer hours, we need to work evenings, need to work weekends. So I've been as realistic as I possibly can, but I also believe that we need to work to live, not live to work. So I thought 2,500 hours was a very good rule of thumb for real estate agents. Now, a lot of the agents in their first couple of years, 2 to 3, maybe 4 years, would work 60, 70, 80 hours even, and that's fine in a couple of years to get yourself up and running. But after that, you need to bring it back, because you will unfortunately burn out and stop enjoying what you're doing. So 2,500 hours, if you want to get an idea of what you should be working, that's kind of give or take what I believe a decent and successful high-performing real estate agent should be working. So that's about 55 to 60, give or take. Of course, it depends on whether you're working 11 months of the year or whether you're working 12. So I've given a bit of a range there. So if you look at that, this agent who's got a goal of 450,000 is worth $180 per hour. So that means that every hour in that week, they need to be generating $180, which, as a commission only or an income producing agent, salesperson, that can be quite daunting. But it shouldn't be, because all you've got to make sure as a real estate salesperson that you are making sure that the activities and the tasks that you are doing are worth $180 per hour plus. So let's have a look at some of those tasks. So what activities are worth $180 in our business? Well, there's not many activities that are worth $180. All you need to do is check out some of the other industries and some of the other jobs and find out what people are being paid. You can pay people as little for virtual assistants as little as $5 to $8 per hour. Now, I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying, and then it goes right up to, of course, surgeons, which get paid thousands of dollars per hour. So you need to make sure that you understand, if you're worth $180 per hour, what activities are worth that. And we all know that in real estate, there's only a few activities that are worth $180 per hour, and those are the following. There's really only 6 tasks, activities that are worth that money. Of course, prospecting and marketing and promoting yourself to get more business, of course, and win more listings. Listing, so appraising, actually going in, building rapport and listing the properties to win business. That's worth $180 per hour at least. Of course, vendor management, educating sellers on where they need to be with regards to the selling price and helping them meet the market. very important, very high dollar productive activity. Negotiating, of course, very high dollar productive activity and certainly worth $180. Managing your team, driving your systems, driving your multi-layered prospecting system, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, that everything's, going out in accordance to the direction and where the ship is heading. So managing your team is a high dollar productive activity and worth $180 per hour, because of course you, in some cases, are managing managers, buyer managers, admin managers, and things like that. So very high dollar productive activity. And of course, this type of stuff that you're doing right now is worth a hell of a lot of money to you. If we look at all the big managing directors and CEOs across the world, okay, they spend a tremendous amount of their time doing personal and professional development. So it's a very, very high dollar productive activity. In fact, I would go as far as to say it's probably the highest, because there you're learning not only to give you more money in the next week, month, or year, but the next 10, 15, 20 years as well. So if you talk about compounding interest, you're never going to get a better compounding return on investment like the time that you spend learning and personally and professionally developing yourself. So that's the 6. There is one other very, very high dollar productive activity. In fact, it's one that most people don't talk about, and that is, of course, time off. So time off, with family, friends, and things like that. What's that worth? It's priceless. So a lot of agents, I find, get into business to give their families more and, give them better lives, and then they end up taking themselves away from their families. Don't be that agent. It's something you've got to be quite disciplined on, that we work hard, we make more money so that we can spend more time with our families and give them the things, and more importantly, give them you, which is really what they want most of all. So find that balance. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed your value and what you're worth. It's such an important topic, and once you get that and understand it, your business and your life will change. Hope you've enjoyed the chat today. Look forward to perhaps seeing you at one of our seminars in the near future. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.